Hello everyone. Sorry I was looking at the chat for a few seconds. I got a notification. Um, Today I called this message, "Be like the tax collector, not the Pharisee." It's the parable of the Pharisee and the tax collector. It's in Luke chapter 18, if you want to go there. Sorry, I keep looking behind me. There's a bunch of bees. Um, okay. Two men went up to the temple to pray, one a Pharisee and the other a tax collector. The Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself, God, I thank you that I am not like the other men, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even as this tax collector. I fast twice a week. I give tithes of all that I possess. Oh, hi, Axe. I didn't know you were there. Hello. Um, right there, what I just read is a case of, look, God, see all that I do for you. And it's, look, God, see all that I do for you. I'm more righteous than this person because of my works for you. That's essentially what the Pharisee is saying. But the Bible says that our works aren't what save us. Okay. In Ephesians 2:8-9, I had to look at it. The wind is not nice to me today. For by grace you have been saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of God, not of works, lest anyone should boast. And in John 14, chapter 6, I think. I'll look at it. 14, verse 6. I think I said chapter. The wind is not nice to me. I'm sorry it's taking me so long to flip through here. But, yeah, in John chapter 14, verse 6, it says, Jesus said to him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Which just proves what it says in Ephesians. Like, your works aren't what save you, Jesus does. Sorry, there are a bunch of, like, wood-bees and stuff behind me. That's why I keep looking back, because they keep getting really close to me. It's kind of scurry. But, this is probably going to be really fast. I don't know what else to say. Well, I do know what else to say. I'm just saying it's not a very long message. I'm going to read Luke 13 and 14. And not so much as raise his... I'm sorry, I did not read that correctly. And the tax collector standing afar off would not so much as raise his eyes to heaven, but beat his breast, his chest, saying, God be merciful to me, a sinner. I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other. For everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted. The tax collector acknowledges that he is a sinner and that he is unrighteous. In fact, he wouldn't even look towards God because he was ashamed. He's humbling himself before God. I think we need to do that more. We need to be like the tax collector, not the Pharisee. The Pharisee was arrogant and prideful, and he thought he was righteous because of the works he did for God, not because of what God did for him. The tax collector thought because he fasts twice a week and because he does other works for God, which is probably an example of that I could probably say is like tithing and giving to the poor and stuff, that's probably something that they would have used back then because it was pretty common, more common than what we do now. But the Pharisee, based upon what I just read, thought that he didn't need any change. He thought that he was righteous. He thought that he was holy, but not because of what God did for him, but because of what he had done for God. And that's a mistake a lot of believers make. They think, God, I have given to this person, so because I did that, I'm a good person, I'm going to heaven. But that's not what the Bible tells us. The Bible tells us that only through Jesus can we be saved. But if you look at what the tax collector, like his actions and what he was saying towards God, he knew he needed change. And I believe he wanted to change. Which we need more now. People don't like to admit when they have a mistake or when they are wrong. But especially as Christians, we need to acknowledge that we aren't always right. In fact, we're often wrong. And we need to sometimes or often tell God, I am a sinner. Please help me change this. I have no idea what to say because that was my message. That was it. It was very short. I did not have a whole lot of notes. Does anyone have any prayer requests while I'm still here? Yes, Axe, even including you. I know you're the only one here. It's okay. Do you have a prayer request? And even if people comment after what their prayer requests are, I'll look at it. My book's pretty. It's the one I take notes in. My nana got it for me. There are a lot of you today, aren't there, bees? Well, that's all I had to say. Hopefully this message helped you guys and blessed you. Goodbye.